The barbaric murder of David Haines, seen here in the Balkans in 2003, is shocking but not surprising.
In doing this, our office normally goes across to Belgrade and actually meets the people so they can gain trust from us.
Islamic State fighters said they would kill him, and just 11 days after issuing the threat to behead the 44-year-old aid worker, they did. Emergency meeting of the Cobra Committee, which he chaired.
Today, the whole country will want to express its deep sympathy for David Haines' family. They have endured the last 18 months of David's captivity with extraordinary courage. And now David has been murdered in the most callous and brutal way imaginable by an organisation which is the embodiment of evil. We will hunt down those responsible and bring them to justice, no matter how long it takes. David Haines was an aid worker. He went into harm's way not to harm people, but to help his fellow human beings in the hour of their direst need, from the Balkans to the Middle East. David Haines was a British hero.
The world learned of this latest slaying in a chillingly familiar manner. A video featuring this man standing beside his hostage, who identifies himself as David Haines, before being murdered. Sky News is not showing any of the moving footage from the video, but in an audio message the man in black taunts the West.
Your evil alliance with America, which continues to strike the Muslims of Iraq and most recently bombed the Haditha Dam, will only accelerate your destruction.
David Haines' murderer appears to be the same British man who beheaded 2 other hostages in the past month.
People across this country will have been sickened by the fact that it could have been a British citizen who could have carried out this unspeakable act. It is the very opposite of everything our country stands for. It falls to the government and to each and every one of us to drain this poison from our society and to take on this warped ideology that is radicalising some of our young people.
American journalist James Foley was the first Western hostage whose murder was released on video by IS on August the 19th. 2 weeks later, another American reporter, Stephen Sotloff, was decapitated and the footage uploaded. It was in that video that the extremists threatened to kill David Haines next. Barack Obama spoke of his disgust, saying the United States strongly condemns the barbaric murder of UK citizen David Haines by the terrorist group ISIL. Our hearts go out to the family of Mr. Haines and to the people of the United Kingdom. The United States stands shoulder to shoulder tonight, he said, with our close friend and ally in grief and resolve. David Haines was born in England but brought up in Scotland and lived with his second wife and the youngest of his 2 daughters in Croatia. His brother released a statement saying David was most alive and enthusiastic in his humanitarian roles. His joy and anticipation for the work he went to do in Syria is, for myself and family, the most important element of this whole sad affair. He was and is loved by all his family and will be missed terribly. Hundreds of British men and some women have travelled to Syria and Iraq to join Islamic State. And in the latest murder video, there is a threat to behead yet another British hostage. David Bowden, Sky News.